Hey guys, hey. So this is gonna be a new style. So I don't think I've done something like this before where I actually like react to stuff while sitting in front of the camera. So I was responding to some comments, and then I was like, you know, I should sit and do a video on this. I'm going to speak about some of the things that I learned while going through this process. Some things I wish I did different. And guys, so today's video is being brought to you by UpbeatPlus, and it's the winter season. Of course, you'll see it's snowing. With her friends, her car tire needed air pressure, because y'all know during the winter, like, the pressure drops and all of that. And guess what, guys? Thanks to UpbeatPlus, I was able to assist her right away. So I had their portable electric tire inflator ready to go. So it is so good to have a tire inflator in your car at all times, because you might never know what may happen. And last night, for example, she came by and it was so cold, and listen, she would have to stop at a gas station, be outside in the cold, and be using the gas station tire inflator. But I told her I got this. So you know what we did? I was able to use this and inflate her tires right away. You know, it was so quick and easy. It only is a tire inflator, it also has a flashlight on it, so if you're going anywhere, you need to carry something like this in your car or in your bag for those little emergencies. The UpbeatPlus tire inflator inflates your tires in such a quick time. In less than 5 minutes, you can have all your tires inflated and ready to go. It is super easy to use. You just simply hold down on the power button, and once it powers on, it will give you the real-time pressure, and you can see the preset value that is on it. And I love this bright and large display screen, so you can see exactly how much pressure is in the tire, and you can adjust it easily with the buttons on the side. Guys, the best part about this is that it is multi-purpose. You can use it to inflate bicycle wheels, motorcycle, even balls, or you have a manual mode that you can use it to inflate as simple as a pool toy. And guys, I used this on 3 different cars, and can you believe that the battery lasted for all of that? To switch between the different modes, you just tap right here. You want to go over to bike, you want to go over to bicycle, ball. Comes with the car charger cable. It comes in a little bag for you to store it in, and this is the It also has an automatic shut off, so once it reaches the desired pressure, it will automatically stop and make a little beep. It can be easily charged with the USB card and ready for its next use. Yes guys, Nemi's Mall is good to go. A special thanks to UpbeatPlus for sending me their portable electric tire inflator. I will definitely be keeping this in my car, and of course I'm going to hook up my girl and make sure she has one as well to keep in her car for all emergencies. And guys, the links to these items will be down in the description of this video, so make sure you click on it to purchase your very own. If you are a happily married person, I don't think this video is for you, and by no way I'm not advocating for divorce. I'm putting these disclaimers. Some do not think that I'm saying, oh yes, do this, do da. I am just sharing my experience, and I feel like, because when I was going through, I did a lot of reading up, I turned to videos, I tried to get as much information as I could. Guys, if I'm talking, you see me going, just bear with me please, because I had an allergic reaction this weekend. It even triggered my asthma too, so I'm breathing very short right now, so please stay with me. So the first thing that I would say, get familiar with the different legal terms. This is in regards to, even if you have a child, that is super important. Learn what is joint custody, what is sole custody, what is primary care, what is primary custody, who is the custodial parent. Learn about alimony, learn about what's the other, like the different like pendant light, like learn what a pendant light hearing is, learn what is mediation, all of that. Just get familiar with all the legal terms associated with divorce, so you know. So because you don't want to go to an attorney and they're talking to you using all of the, you know, legal jargons, and you're looking, you're like, what do they mean? Because something that I realize here, I feel like people just assume that you automatically know, like, you automatically know what the process is. I don't think they really see that, oh, you know what, this person has never been divorced before. They probably don't know anything about a divorce. So familiarize yourself with all the different legal terms. I would highly suggest getting a divorce coach, because that person is the person that will like sit with you, go in depth, tell you what to expect, because attorneys are always so busy, so they don't have the time to go in depth. And you know, you have like your therapist to walk through this, but your divorce coach will help you. Before or even after you ask for the divorce, sit with yourself, know exactly what you want, know exactly what your game plan is, what you're gonna be asking for, and yeah, because you don't want to be, when you go to your attorney, the first thing the attorney is going to ask you is, what is it that you want from this, like, you know, so they know how to prepare your case and how to start moving forward. Not every divorce you definitely need a lawyer. Not everybody is different. No relationship is the same. You might have been getting along with your partner and you guys come to that mutual agreement that, you know what, you guys are going to split, and if you guys are like that, then you don't necessarily have to go get a lawyer, you understand? So you can do like mediation and all of that. Whoops bops, divorce seal, finalized, done. You know, however, if stuff are being contested, or not just contested, but if you have what I say, like your pieces that you have to agree upon, like child custody, like house, spousal support, those stuff, get a lawyer so you know exactly what you're doing. You know, you just have legal counsel, because it's always good to do that. I would say speak to an attorney in your county. By experience, I spoke to different attorneys. I got different advice before I selected who I was going to work with. I spoke to persons outside of my county, had meetings with them, did everything, but I didn't go with them. But tell your attorney everything. Like, when I say tell your attorney everything, don't sugarcoat it, lay it all out exactly how it is, because what you don't tell your attorney is going to come up eventually. Whether you like it or not, it's going to come up. So, like, something for me, for example, like when I was in the process, like when I was meeting with different attorneys, I felt really bad when like they would ask me what happened and I had to tell them like the details, and they would ask me like, to give you an example, they'd ask me like to go deep into the details of like, okay, they want to see the stuff that you have as like, you know, your proof that your partner is stepping out or whatever. Like, they want to see everything. When I tell you, this divorce is such a, like, your privacy, there's not much privacy in divorce. Like, I feel like everything comes, you know, up at it. Say, if you did not learn anything from this video, if you have a child and you're going through a divorce, do not take your child out of the house and go move away. Topic that I know people might not agree with me. When I came and I shared with you know, okay, I'm going through a divorce, I saw so many people commenting, like not on my videos sometimes but other videos, where they're like, oh my gosh, Jay should take up her child and she should leave the country, she should move out of the house. I would run with my child if that was me. If you know someone that's going through a divorce and you mean them well, do not, I repeat, do not give anyone any advice to take up the child out of the house that they are that they are cohabitating with the parents. Do that. Even if y'all live in separate house and then y'all break up, don't take up the child and go move in the next state. Don't do it. Guys, I know everybody have their different opinion. Do not give anyone any advice to go live with their child once they are going through a divorce or separation. That is gonna come around and it's gonna bite you in the yeah, it's gonna bite you in the butt. Okay, do not do it. Reason why I say this, guys, when you guys go to court, the judge, the whatever you go in front of, they are not gonna like it if you move. Like, for example, like for me, okay, I have never, if I had moved go back to Jamaica, that would not have done me any good. The courts do not care. Say, is you lie down on that bed and your legs open wide, and is you push out the picnic in the last how much hours, They no business says you carry that child for the 9 months. They do not care. The father sperms and the mother egg combine, make one little something, y'all have the child. That is what the sorry. I have to lay it out to you guys so y'all understand what I'm saying. That is what the court believes. Both parties equally make the child, okay? You're going to take up your child and you're going to go 10 states away and you're not going to let them see the child because what? You and them never work out so they don't need to see the child? No. And this has always been my viewpoint from ever since. If me and my partner don't work out, it has nothing to do with the child because that is still their parent. That who I am making the child available so you can spend time. It works out in your best interest, guys. I'm telling you, I'm not sugarcoating it. If you're in an abusive situation, the child is at harm, you still don't even have any right to take up the child and go move away without, you guys coming to an agreement. Reason why I said this, guys, go the proper route. If you're in an abusive situation and you're trying to live with your child, there are women's shelters. And I saw people comment that on my video saying, Jordan, why you don't move to a women's shelter? And for the love of me, I couldn't understand why people would say that because I never came on the internet and ever said I was in an abusive situation. I never said that. The women's shelter, guys, are for women or children who are getting abused or, whatever parent. It's if you're getting abused. It's not if you and your partner go in separate ways and it's not like the type of shelter that I'm talking about, like a DV, a domestic violence shelter, is there for those persons who are vulnerable in those situations. If you're in a domestic violence situation and you are not safe, your child is not safe, I'm not saying to sit down at home with the child and the parent abusing you and that. Don't do that. Go to a domestic violence shelter. Shelter have all the different disciplinaries. There's so many resources are there. Just have therapists. You can meet with therapists. They have people who will guide you. They have attorneys who will literally take you through the process and give you all the resources you need. So go that route. You don't have to sit down in a situation and get boof and buff up and all of that. Like, go. There are stuff to do. If you go to a DV shelter, they will do a immediate what do you call that one? Like a pendant light, like a temporary custody order. They will put protection orders in place for you and that child, so you don't even need to worry about that. Just make sure you go the legal route so that you are always on the right foot of the law. You get what I'm saying? So go that route, get what you need to do, make sure it's on court record that this was happening. And you know what I'm saying? It's different if like you and your partner come to an agreement where you guys sit and say, okay, I'm gonna go here, and your partner say, okay, sure, make sure everything is in writing. Don't take nothing word about as well. Yeah, so I say that to say, guys, don't go move anywhere with the child without the other parent consenting and it's in writing that you guys come to this agreement. Because what else did I see? Work out a schedule so that if you guys say both parties are going to live apart from each other, have a schedule where both parents are sharing time with the child. Because look at it like this, if the child is used to seeing both parents there, then you guys separate, like you still want them to be a part of the other parent life, and the child is going through a hard transition. So it's a bit easier on the child if they're still seeing, like, despite it not being every day, just work out a schedule. And I say work out a schedule so that, like, when it comes time to go to court, you guys already have something working with. You get what I'm saying? Because in all honesty, like, when it goes to court or whatever, if it reaches that point, they're going to give you whatever schedule they feel. You get what I'm saying? So if you, the parents, can come to some type of agreement to work with each other's schedule, it's beneficial for both parents and it's beneficial for the child as well. Because when you go to court, they're not going to care, like, oh, you're not available for this time. But like, if they say this is the day you need to be or this is the day you are going to need to, so work that out. You guys are working on a divorce, share the holidays. Don't take all the holidays, don't take, like, share it. Whether you guys split the day, whether you guys do every other day, whatever, come up with something. Guys, so if y'all are asking for me to touch on this era, this is spousal support, this is alimony. Now, I saw people in the comment section of my videos saying, oh, Jay, go after this, Jay, go after that, da 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 da. But I don't agree with spousal support. Like, it's not something that I believe in. Reason being, I feel like if both parties work, they take care of themselves. And I'm not talking about like bills that they share or anything like that. If you have a responsibility, you still have a responsibility even if you're not there. Like that is, because when everything was good, y'all was doing whatever. Yeah, it continues until everything is finalized. What I mean is that like spousal support, where like after you guys get divorced, like say for example one party is paying this person X amount of money for spousal support, just spousal support, meaning for them to take care of themselves, not the child. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in alimony, none of that. Here's my reason why. If like say for example if I was a stay-at-home mom, that would be a different case, because why? I wasn't working and I was sacrificing going getting a 9 to 5 so that I can stay at home and I can care for a child. So that is my job, caring for a child. Because if you're gonna pay daycare, you're paying somebody to take care of your child, your partner is at home taking care of your child, they deserve to get compensated for that. That's just my opinion. If you are a stay-at-home parent and then you get in a divorce, it's gonna be hard for you to just get a divorce and then just bounce on your feet, because one, you don't have the work history, you have to establish certain stuff for yourself. So I can agree on that basis only, where if you sacrifice to that, you sacrifice your career for your partner, for your family, by all right, you should be compensated. You should be able to get whatever you can get until you're able to stand on your own 2 feet and do whatever. If both persons are working, they go their separate ways. And some people say, oh, if the person hurt you, you should go after this, you should go after that. I don't like that. Reason being, what I've always told myself is that vengeance is not yours, okay? Tables turn. Leave people to time. You know, somebody hurt you, you don't have to go. Like, just leave them to time and leave it. Vengeance is not yours. Vengeance is the Lord's. That's what I tell myself all the time. Somebody get me a lick, I don't need to get a lick back. Like, I do not, because guess what? What God prepares for me, nobody can take that away from me. You understand? And me, I just take it as a L. Like, I just take it as a lesson. Okay, you got hurt in this process, just learn, you know what not to do next time, you know. In this scripture, I had wrote this down because it's something that I like to remind myself of this, and this is Ephesians 3 verse 11. What I got from that, and I've been using it to remind myself, is that God can do way more than our minds can even imagine. So the ways that God's gonna bless you, like God will bless you beyond your greatest dreams, your greatest desires. Like, even when it don't make sense, just trust him and know that he's gonna work it out for you. One thing that I had to do is that I had to, despite the hurt and everything that I was going through, I had to put my emotions aside when trying to communicate, because I stopped something that I learned too. Don't be communicating your feelings to your partner that you're going through a divorce with. Like, they don't care. They don't need to. If they hurt you, toodles, go on your merry go way. Go speak to a therapist. I've been in therapy over 7-8 months now, and I'm sticking to it, because when I have I need to express certain stuff, I go speak to my therapist. I go speak to God in prayer. There are questions that I have, I'll never get those questions answered, and I don't even care to get those questions answered anymore. Like, I've moved past it. So learn to treat this new relationship as like a co-worker, like sharing information. You don't need to share no emotions, no feelings. Put that all aside. Wrap it up, toss it, throw it. What I used to do, when certain thoughts come to my mind and I want to voice my opinion on this and that, you know what? I write it out in a note. Write it out, or I sit in front of the camera, talk to the camera, delete it after. Got it off my chest. I move on. I am not going to continue to beat a dead horse. Think of it like this. Anything that you say, this is what's funny. I told my therapist this, because I said, when I was first going through everything, I said, she was like, okay Jay, like, how are you handling? I said, you know what I tell myself? Anything you say or do can and will be used against you in the court of law. Don't send no message that you don't want it shown in court, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Now, in the beginning, it was very hard for me, because I feel like when you get hurt or whatever, you operate from a place of hurt, right? Because all the emotions are fresh, the feelings are fresh, so you can't necessarily just jump into talking without emotions or without feeling. It's very hard for, especially me. I'm an emotional person, so my emotions come out like they come out, you know. But keep a routine for your child. If your child is going back and forth, something that I learned is that kids transition better when they know what to expect. So for example, when baby girl is coming home, on the day that she's coming home, I try to keep everything the same, where when she comes in, she knows what to expect. She knows, okay, gotta take my shoes off, we're gonna go take a bath, we're gonna play for a little, we're gonna eat dinner, movie night. I have one thing that at least they can look forward to. Our thing that Neville loves is she loves after we get settled in the night and she did everything, she knows she's gonna brush her teeth, we're gonna do a story time, or we're gonna watch a movie. So by the time like I pick her up, she's already asking me, what movie are we watching tonight? Because that's all for her to look forward to. And you want to be as consistent as possible, because the child is going through a lot, you know. It's all a back and forth, and they need something that they can rely on. They need some level of consistency to know that this is the person I'm always going to see, this is what I'm always going to do. And you know, sometimes things will come and it will change. I learned something that said, don't have tough discussions right after a significant thing happened, which that was something that I think I needed to work on. The person that asks for the divorce, right, that person moves on way quicker than the person who was on the opposite end. Even if it was the other person that, like, you know, did certain things and like you are reacting to say, okay, you're done with this, the person who asks for the divorce normally moves on and heals quicker than the other person, even if the other person was stepping out of the marriage, whatever, y'all were fighting, whatever it is. Reason being, because the person that asks for the divorce has processed certain stuff and is now in the mind frame of they are done, so they are checked out. So with that being said, I feel like I tried to have certain conversations, and I don't think it was like, now that I look back, I think I probably should have given it like a month or two to give the other party time to grieve and to get through stuff, because I was in the mindset of I'm ready to have this tough discussion, but I don't think they were ready to have that tough discussion to say, what are we doing going forward, if you get what I'm saying. So that's something I had to bear in mind. But I think not everyone realizes the consequences to their actions. So yes, you might think, okay, this was my thinking at the time. I was thinking, okay, this person did this, they did that, so they must have meant that they no longer want this, so they should be okay with, like, you know, the reactions of certain stuff because everything is blown up. No, there's no fixing, But what I had to learn is that sometimes people take some time to realize the consequences. Work out why we're doing this, why we're doing that, I probably would have like say, okay, let's take a couple of months apart, we can reconvene at a later time when we're both at a better space. So with all that being said, if you don't have a chick nor a child, go on your merry way. It's super easy. Like, if you're going through a divorce and you don't have a child, y'all don't have house, y'all don't have this, that, it's a quick and easy process to get divorced. However, it gets complicated when there are multiple different factors in it. So yeah, so that's why, like, I think, you know, it's way more harder when there's a child in the middle of it. Oh, and so I think that's basically it. I think I have touched on everything. Everybody's circumstances is different. If you have a high conflict divorce, it's different. Like, it won't be so smooth sailing. Like, the process, I don't know if it's the same for everybody, but in the US, if you're getting a divorce, you get a lawyer, so the first thing that since someone files to the court, then you get a certain amount of days to respond. After you respond, then the first thing is that you guys have a scheduling conference. With the scheduling conference, they go over the timeline to say what will be happening. For example, they'll go over like if there needs to be a temporary order in place. They set out when it's gonna be the marriage, when it's gonna be the divorce conference, like, you know, the timeline of the divorce. They will also put orders to say, okay, if you need to do this class, they'll also put orders if you need to, what do you call that? If you need to go to mediation, whatever. After that, you will have a procedure where you have to do discovery. Discovery is when you send over documents. And you have interrogatories where they ask you lots of questions. deep questions, okay? And then they also set a date if you guys are gonna go to if you guys are gonna go to trial. They set a date for that too. So yeah, that's basically the process. I hope this information is helpful to someone out there who is in the same process as I was, and you know, you were clueless to what to expect. At least you know what to expect now. And yeah guys, if you watch this entire video, you're the real MVP. Thank you so much, because I know I know this video is long. I'm gonna try and edit this video down as best as I can to cut it down short so it's not too long. And yeah guys, I'll see you all in another YouTube video. Bye.